Crystal here from Crystal Design. Today we are crocheting the Sorrento ear warmer, and you will need 2 balls of Paintbox Simply Chunky Yarn, which is acrylic and comes in 149 yard balls. This yarn is labeled as a number 5 chunky weight yarn. Comparable substitute is Red Heart Soft Essentials, or you may be able to meet gauge with the number 4 medium weight yarn as well, as this is a thinner number 5 yarn. It's pictured here in Vanilla Cream, which is the main color, and Vintage Pink, the contrast color. You'll also need your 5mm crochet hook. Okay, let's get started. You can find the full free pattern at my website, crystaldesign.com, and I will link that up in the description. Okay, we're going to start with a foundation double crochet row of 15 stitches for a 5.5 inch wide ear warmer. Or you can chain 17 and double crochet in the second chain from your hook and in each chain across. To make a wider or narrower ear warmer, you can add or subtract 4 stitches to my starting chain. For the foundation stitches, I'll chain 2 and then turn and work into that bottom chain, yarn over and insert my hook down there into that chain. I'm going to yarn over and pull a loop through that chain. I'll have 3 loops on my hook. Then I'll yarn over and pull through 1. This is creating the bottom foundation, and this is the spot I'm going to hold on to. Now I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2 to complete 1 foundation double crochet. Now that spot I mentioned holding on to, that's where I'm going to grab again, and I'm going to insert my hook down there to make my next stitch. So I'll yarn over again and insert my hook down here in this bottom chain. Yarn over and pull a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now I have 2 foundation double crochet stitches made. And I'll just keep repeating that for 15 double crochet stitches. I'm going to do a few more here on camera for you, and I will link up a full tutorial for this as well. At the end of row 1, you're going to change to your contrasting color. And now turn your work and chain 1, and in that same stitch, single crochet. I'm going to work over my tails here to trap them in. Now in the next stitch we're going to bobble. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and keep repeating that until I have 6 loops on my hook. I have 6 loops, I'll yarn over and pull through all 6 of those loops. Now the bobble will pop out on the opposite side. Now we're going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches. Okay, so that will be my repeat. I will bobble in the next stitch, then I will single crochet in the next 3 stitches, and I'll just keep repeating that across until I have 2 stitches left. When I have 2 stitches left in my row, then I'll bobble in the next stitch and single crochet in the last. If you're like me, you'll have to undo your last stitch one loop back to change colors. Eventually I'll remember. And then we'll turn and start row 3, and in our main color we're going to chain 3 or do a chain 3 alternative like I do here, working over my tails again to help trap them in place. And for this row, I'm just going to double crochet in each stitch across. After this row, there is a repeat of row 2, which is our bobble 3 single crochet row, and then another double crochet row. Okay, so we're going to continue in the main color, and we are going to start with the chain 3 or alternative in the first stitch, and then single crochet in the next stitch and double crochet in the following. And then we'll just repeat those 2 stitches, single crochet, double crochet across. Alright, moving on to row 7, we are going to chain 1 and in the same stitch single crochet. Now in the next stitch we will double crochet and then single crochet in the following, and we'll repeat that pattern across, double crochet, single crochet to the end. Okay, for rows 8 through 11, we're going to do a repeat of rows 6 and 7 2 times. Okay, so we have rows 6 and 7 and then 8 and 9, which are a repeat of 6 and 7. So now we're going to repeat 6 and 7 one more time for rows 10 and 11. Starting with my chain 3 alternative, and then I will single crochet in the next and double crochet in the next after that, and just repeat those 2 across. Alright, for row 11, it's our last row 7 repeat. So I start with my chain 1 and single crochet, then double crochet, single crochet across. Alright, I'm finishing up row 12 here, where we did in the main color a chain 3 and double crochet in each stitch across. At the end of row 12, go ahead and change to your contrasting color, and then turn and chain 1 for row 13 and start with a half double crochet, and then continue half double crochets in each stitch across. For row 14, we are going to work in the third loop, which runs vertically across the back of the half double crochet. So we'll start with the chain 1 and then yarn over for a half double crochet. Just slide our hook under that loop and finish our half double crochet like normal. Again, we'll yarn over, slide our hook down below and up under that third loop, yarn over and pull that through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. And just keep repeating that half double crochet in the third loop across. Okay, on row 15 we're in the main color again, and this is a half double crochet row, so we'll start with the chain 1, half double crochet in the same stitch and in each stitch across. Okay, for row 16, we'll chain 1 and half double crochet in the first stitch. Then we're going to front post half double crochet by going from the front, around the post to the back, and finishing that half double crochet. Now we'll back post by going from the back side, around the post, and finishing that half double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to keep alternating those stitches. So we just did a back post, now we're going to do a front post half double crochet, and then a back post, and we'll keep repeating those, and we'll end with a front post in the second to last stitch, and just put a regular half double crochet in the last stitch. Okay, for row 17 we'll start with a chain 1 and a regular half double crochet in our first stitch. And on this row we're on our right side, so we're just going to do a front post half double crochet in each stitch across. Okay, once we have one stitch left, we'll just put a regular half double crochet in that last stitch. Okay, so now return our work, and for row 18 we're going to repeat row 16, which is a repeat of front post half double crochets alternated with back post half double crochets across. And then we'll continue on to row 19 and repeat row 17, and then repeat those two rows again for rows 20 and 21. Okay, for row 22, continuing in the same main color, we're going to chain 3 and double crochet in each stitch across. Okay, so now we're going to turn our work, and for row 22 we are going to double crochet across. I'll start with my chain 3 alternative in the first stitch, and then just continue to double crochet in each stitch across. Row 23, change to our contrast color. Chain 1 and single crochet in the first stitch and in each stitch across the row. On row 24, we'll chain 1 and single crochet in the same stitch, and then half double crochet in the next, then single crochet in the next, and keep repeating across. Half double crochet, single crochet across. Okay, for row 25, chain 1 and half double crochet, and then single crochet, and then half double crochet, and then repeat those two across. For rows 26 and 27, repeat rows 24 and 5 again. Okay, for row 28, we're going to change to our main color. Chain 1 and half double crochet in that same stitch and in each stitch across. And for row 29, repeat that row we just did, half double crochet in each stitch across. Alright, on row 30 we start with our chain 3 and then we're going to single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in this following stitch, and repeat those 2 stitches across. On row 30 here we're going to end with a double crochet in the last stitch, and we'll turn and start with a chain 1 and a single crochet. Then we'll double crochet in the next stitch and single crochet in the following, and keep repeating those 2 across the row. For rows 32 to 33, we'll repeat those 2 rows again, rows 30 and 31. Okay, now we are on row 34 and we have changed to our contrast color, and this is a half double crochet row, so chain 1, half double crochet in the same stitch and in each stitch across. And then turn and we'll repeat that row again for row 35. Okay, on row 36 we are in our main color and we're on the wrong side. We'll start with that chain 1 single crochet and then a bobble stitch in the next. And then single crochet in the next 3 stitches before repeating the bobble 3 single crochet across. Okay, in our last 2 stitches we're going to bobble in the second to last stitch and then place a single crochet in the very last stitch. Okay, for row 37 we're going to change to our contrast color. Chain 1 and then start in the same stitch with a half double crochet and half double crochet in each stitch across and turn. Then we're going to repeat that row one more time. Okay, for row 39 we're going to switch to our main color. And we'll start with a chain 3 in that same stitch. And then we are going to front loop, double crochet in the next stitch. And then back loop, double crochet in the following stitch. And we'll repeat those 2 stitches across until the last stitch, where we will double crochet in the last stitch and then turn. Okay, on row 40 we are going to chain 3, or the alternative like I do here, and then we're going to start with a back loop only double crochet alternated with a front loop only double crochet. And we'll just keep repeating those 2 stitches across until we have 1 stitch left, where we will place 1 double crochet. Okay, now we are going to repeat row 39 and row 40 again. So we finished a row that we had started with back loop only double crochet, so now we're going to repeat 39 again, which means we start with the front loop only double crochet and alternate with back loop. And then we will do row 40, which starts with a back loop, alternates to a front loop. Then one more time to put us on the right side of the work, we're going to repeat 39, which is one that starts with the front loop. Okay, now to finish it up, we are going to seam our short ends, matching them right sides together. And if you leave a long tail, great, just thread it. Use your yarn needle to seam it up down that way, or you can cut a matching length of yarn like I've done here to show you. And you're just going to lock your first stitch, which means you go through, stop and leave a tail, and then go back into the same stitch and secure that one. And then we're weaving back and forth. You can use a mattress stitch if you're familiar with that, or a whip stitch, any seaming method you're comfortable with. And then weave in your ends securely, and we will move on to our finishing border. Okay, now it's time to add our border along both edges of the ear warmer. To do that, we're going to join our contrast color with a slip stitch to any stitch. I usually start right before the seam so I can make sure I get through it without too much bulk. And the important thing is to single crochet evenly. Too few stitches and it will start to tighten up and curve in on you. Too many stitches and it will start to get wavy or ruffly. I usually try to work under 2 loops along the edge to keep it nice and secure and even looking. When you get around to the end, you're just going to slip stitch back to the first stitch, cut the yarn and weave it in, and then repeat the same thing on the other side. All right, if you make your own Sorrento ear warmer, I'd love to see it. Be sure to tag me at christacodesign.com so I can see your version as well. I'd love for you to like and subscribe my channel before you go. Thanks so much for watching.